Hello everyone, this is the video number 9, Optimizing the Codes Part 2. In video number 8, we optimize the codes till element to load. Okay, so in this video, we will continue with entering the email ID and we will finish this optimizing the code in this tutorial. Okay, so now I will create a new function for entering the email ID and clicking the next button. I'm going to create a new function in action file. I'll create a function in action file again. Now you feel that I'm just increasing, you feel like I'm increasing the source code length. No, it's not, because when we add a next scenario, it's these function I don't need to create again. I just call these function again and again, reusable these same code so that the length decreases, not it won't increase. Okay, public void and login Gmail. Okay, we can rename anything we want. Thing is, this name whatever we are giving, it won't be conflict when we name it some other function. For example, now I am giving login. If I give login, if in maybe some other scenarios, for example, if I add 10 scenario, there may be possibility where the login means something different. So it's better to give appropriate name for the each and every function and selector so that it won't be confusing afterwards. So I give login Gmail so that it will be accurately understand that I'm going to log in into Gmail. So it won't be confusing the time of when we add some of 10 or 100 scenarios, right? I do it bit fast now. I'm going to copy this entire code into action and dump into this. Okay, you can see the selectors. Now I will create a selectors. Okay, public string email, and I will initialize with this content. Alright, so now you can see this. I created a selector with public string email, and if I want to make use of, and I'm going to give this into here driver class, so it can't able to find unless and if I want to use a variable or a members of a selector class. I should create a object of selector, or I should create a getter and setter. Thing is, getter setter, if I add 100 selector, I should create a individually for 10 getters and selector 10 setters. It is tough. So other than this, I will use the oops concept, which is extend selectors. Alright, and I'm going to import this. So now you can see it is in other color, it's not a red, it's in blue, so it is imported properly. At the same time, I will create another selectors, which is next. I will use public string next, and I name it as, now you can see I created another selector next, and I'm going to use it next here, right? So we covered till now this, and I'm going to make the driver to wait for 2 seconds. I'm going to make use of the same code here, test scenario. Sorry, before that I should call this login Gmail. Alright, in test scenarios, login Gmail, and I'm going to make the wait driver 2 seconds. I think I gave it 2 seconds, right? Yeah, 2 seconds. Yeah, we are finished till this, and I'm going to enter a password and sign in button. I'm going to create another function into action file, public void password, enter password. I will rename it as enter so that I won't be confusing after some time. Alright, and I think if possible I will try to make use of this function in some other scenarios, so that I will write in such a way that if there is a possibility, so that I can make use of these scenarios as much as possible. So we are here going to copy this, till this, and paste into our and enter password function, and I'm going to create a selector. Same procedure, it goes out public string, what is this, password. Sorry, while naming into selector, be careful and please give a meaningful word, so that if I give pw, what does this mean? I can give pw right here, but after some time I want to understanding what does this do exactly. If I go email, okay, it's going to enter email box. Next means it's going to press next. If I give pw, it doesn't, I don't understand what I'm going to make use of this. So I suggest please use the useful and meaningful words. Okay, and yeah, sign in, right? Okay, same procedure. So my public string sign in, and it's better to follow the camel casing so that its code looks bit better and good look, right? And I'm going to call this action file from test scenario. Now we are done with navigating a URL, waiting for the driver to wait for 3 seconds. If you just go through these words itself, you can understand what these codes do exactly. So while giving a method's name, please give give in such a way that just reading we will understand what this purpose of this function. And I'm entering a password, and once I enter a password, waiting for 7 seconds. Okay, wait for 7 seconds, and once that is done, okay, compose button. I'm going to dump entire code into one. Sorry, is there anything? I'm going to click perform some operation. Fine. Okay, and I call that as public word compose email. Okay, I'm going to paste entire code, and it's better to create a same procedure, create selectors in this class, in this selector class, public string, and what is this is compose button. Okay, just blindly paste. I'm going to use that compose button. Okay, and at the same time set to yeah, to field, right? I remember public string mail to. I'm going to rename it as mail to. So I can't just, if I just put two, what it does not make sense. And after some time, I may forget what the name I gave, and I start searching again what is this purpose of this selector, and should understand the entire code. It takes double time, right? So it's better name it as meaningful. It does set subject. Um, Subject, I just rename it as subject itself. That's better. I can understand this. Okay, and yeah, here I'm going to make it our subject. Set message content. Okay, I'm going to cut this selector, and here I'm going to create the selectors for this. And what was that? Yeah, message content. I name it as message content. All right. It is message content. Same procedure goes for all. Cut. Send button. Send button. Okay. And yeah, this is logout, right? Okay. And what do I name it as? I name it as logout icon, because we need to first we need to select the logout icon, then only we can select the logout off button. Okay, and this is, I'm going to name it as logout fix string logout. Alright, I'm going to rename it here is logout, and in the test scenario I'm going to call this compose email function. As soon as this compose email, after what we are going to do, I'm making the driver to wait for 3 seconds. I make use of the same wait driver function for 3 seconds. Alright, once it is done, driver close, driver quit. Okay, I just copy it. I will create another fun method. What is called close and quit driver. So if I name it as this, it will be understand, right? So in this action file, I created close and quit, and I'm going to call that method in this scenario. So see, for every scenario, this navigate URL method is same. I don't need to create this method again, and this close and quit driver is same. So these two method I don't need to write it again, and this obviously driver wait for given second. It's everywhere we are going to write this line. We don't need to write it again and again. We can just call this method and send us whatever the integer we are passing, that many second it's going to wait. Yeah, so I can run only this main function which will run this scenario. The scenario does first it go what this test. I created a test scenario class. In this I created another method Gmail automate. If I am going to write another scenario, I can create another method below this class, and I can start calling these functions again and again. So I don't need to create another main for doing that. I can just create another method in the same class and perform the same operation. So I can just run once and show you what how it's going to run. It's does the same purpose. I think the code will work fine now. It's going to open the browser. Yeah, it's automating. I think wrong. Unable to locate the element. Sign in. Okay, it's better. It might be my internet issue. I will run it again. Or did I miss something? Did I miss any wait? No, right? I will give some 5 seconds. And here also. Just run it better. Actually, it's better to run again, so that I'll confirm is this because of my internet issue or is this because of the actually code issue, right? Yeah, man. Sign in. Okay, it could be my code issue. Did I miss something? Let's quickly go through it. Sign in. Okay, I missed sign in here. You can see this error is while copy and pasting I missed something. What could be? It's an ID or class. Should we start with $r hash? Alright. So I'll just go through this. Yeah, I missed this hash. Pasting. Yeah. Now I will run and see. I hope this time it will work fine. Hoping that. Okay. Yeah, it's mail.google.com username password and loading my email. Yeah, compose. Yeah, yes, this time it passed successfully. Yes, guys, from next tutorial we are going to follow this framework itself. We are going to create a test and calling the test into main and creating the test into the test scenario class, and basic coding part, basic all those creating functions and initializing the drivers and clicking the drivers are done by an action class, and selectors is from selectors Java. I hope it's clear to you guys, and for more details please go visit my website which is seleniumcucumberexperts.com, and have a nice day. Bye bye.